A good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Walk the DogCast with Matt Mullins, episode number 13. We're still here. 13 episodes down every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's not true. 10 a.m. Eastern,
Amen.
Thursdays on the
Praise
G2K
God.
YouTube page.
That's right.
Not available where your favorite podcasts are, just on YouTube.
Not yet. We're waiting on that. We're waiting on Fox's revenue money.
Mm, yeah, he could just pay
Yeah,
us in work instead of money.
that's fair.
Do you want to
That's fair.
start off right there then? Is he this week's sponsor?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be every week sponsor until somebody does it.
All right, so we've got the blind five
Okay.
and brought to you by
Brendan Fox search of the 117 Valhalla.
green
If you
and
have
gold, I
one,
think. Green
we're
and gold,
looking
right?
green and gold.
Mhm.
We're looking for one in a decent price. We don't want to pay too much. So we're looking for one that's a bargain.
But if he would have just paid for one instead of sponsoring this segment, it would have
Well,
probably been cheaper.
I think we gotta find one, bro. I don't think we're having any luck.
Now, is he looking for
Fine.
the green with gold stainless steel or the green with brass?
I don't know.
Or does he think they're the same?
I think I don't know.
Are they the same?
I don't know if they're the same.
I think there's two. I think we have a green with brass and a green with gold SS.
You would be the one to
I
know.
would not be the one to know.
G2 drops would be the one to know.
And then that's not even the best spot because if it was a Patreon or a lottery or, there's just mystery
Yeah.
gems out there and you got to find them.
Yeah, so if you have one, we're looking for one. I know I look in every time I see somebody post a collection shot, I'm looking for two yo-yos. The BAP Valhalla and the
Mhm.
117
Yeah.
for our
I'm
buddy
surprised neither
Brendan
have
Fox.
surfaced. All right. Line five. Five items. Matt ranks them blindly and hopes he nails it. We got 90s TV shows today.
Another comfortable feeling.
That's right. So, and I am going to let you know we're a little more on the I don't want to quite say sitcom, but it's not cartoons, not
Okay.
animated cartoons. We'll say that.
Okay.
So you're not going to get the South Park or the Simpsons.
That's
Okay.
fair.
First up, Boy Meets World. You look like the little what's his name, Corey?
I'm gonna go two.
Two for Boy Meets World. Is that your name, Corey? Is that his name?
Corey Matthews, bro.
Okay, and nobody could forget Topanga,
Bro, Topanga was smoking hot. Mr. Feeney,
Mr. Feeney.
Sean Matthews. Fantastic show.
Okay, you got that as your number two.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Number four. I did enjoy it, but I can live without DJ Jazzy Jeff
Okay, I
and
don't.
the boys.
I think you might ruffle some feathers there. Um, but from Fresh Prince, the biggest thing I remember is like the theme song. I don't actually remember like any great episodes.
Yeah.
Um,
They had a nice house. That they had the white columns on the front of the house.
yeah.
Setting trends for back in the days. Now you go through those neighborhoods, they all got white columns.
Hmm.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
All right. Saved by the Bell.
Five.
Five? Not your thing. I figured if
No,
you like Boy Meets World, you like Saved by the Bell.
no,
Maybe even
no.
better.
Annoying. I don't know why I didn't like that show. It did come on before school, so
Hmm.
that might have been why I had that ill
Okay.
taste towards it.
I think so. You've got two, four, and five. Full
Yeah,
House.
so one and three left. I'm feeling good about it. But
Full
you said
House.
Full House.
Hmm.
I'm gonna I guess three. I didn't enjoy it. Did not enjoy it. I watched it. I mean,
These are like your shows that are on in the evening because you got nothing better to watch, right? There's no
well,
NBA on yet, and your dad didn't kick you off the tube for Star Trek. This is mom's making dinner time for me, and this is what's available.
see, this makes me like you more because that makes me feel like you think I'm a respectful person. Because we watch white trash shows. Like, hopefully, you say the last one's Jerry Springer, and I feel good about number one. You know what I mean?
But wasn't Jerry Springer on like during the afternoon? That's when you're home
Yeah, I did a
sick.
lot of skipping school to get educated, but it was worth it.
Okay, so yeah, there's no Jerry Springer, no
Okay. Well, what's my number one? I feel like I'm probably going to regret it.
Home Improvement.
Oh no, I feel good about it. Al was cool. What was he
Tim and the
looking at
Tool
over that
Man
fence?
Taylor.
Yeah, he was looking at Tim the Tool Man Taylor's tool, his
Mm.
wife, over that fence.
Um, any that stick out to you that I missed that you really wish were on there?
Springer, Judge Judy,
All right, no, like real shows.
those cops.
All
That's
right,
what
you were watching some different stuff.
yeah,
So then
yeah.
you rolled that right into Oprah and Dr. Phil?
No, I never got into Dr. Phil as much. I mean, I can appreciate his work as a doctor, but I never got into him that much.
Um, I was trying to, there was a couple of shows that I missed. The one with Urkel. I can't remember the name.
Family Matters,
That was a good one. Yeah.
fantastic show.
But
I thought you were going to say Different Strokes, but that might be the 70s.
yeah, I don't
That's a
know. I've
good
never heard of
show.
that.
What you talking about, Willis? You don't remember that?
No, I mean I've said what you talking about Willis and heard that, but I have no idea the show.
That's the show, brother. Different Strokes for different folks, kind of like yo-yos.
Stooges Pod. You
Yeah.
you don't have enough content on your plate between Bangers and the Walk the Dog podcast. You guys started the Stooges Pod.
Yeah, it's
And
adding up. We're having a good time though.
that's a lot harder to coordinate four people. What do you think about it?
Had fun. Had a lot of fun doing it. I mean, of course, it's just like hanging out with the guys. That's really what it is. So, uh, so yeah, it was really just a night. Me and the boys hadn't had a night like that in a minute. To be on, like we've all been working, and Rich has got what he's got going on, and Dab's just,
What does he
everyone's
have
just
going on?
got look, he's always up to something, trying to get Diamond in Rocket League, something. But
Nah, he gave up.
Dabs just took a promotion that I'm proud of my boy about. I know we're all proud of him about, and he's as serious as he is about anything. And Lord knows he brings. I bet he does a lot of good stuff for his company that he works for. So it's just we're all busy and stuff. So it was just nice to get together, talk about the yo-yo that we haven't really got to talk about much with the Ascension, and just spend some time together. That was honestly the first time we've gotten to do that since probably Worlds.
I like almost calling it like the Stooges happy hour because it's whatever you guys just finally get to talk, chill, however
Yeah,
often you do it. It's a quick little, you never know what you're going to talk about at happy hour.
right. Yeah, like Cliff told us about Dolly's husband dying, and that we just had to put that in there. Rest in peace, Carl. By the way, we're still mourning him.
I got nothing about Carl. Didn't even know she had a husband. Do you
Let's
have
ascend.
so
I'm just
Stooges? You think
joking.
you guys trying to set that up like monthly?
Yeah, any more than that would be very hard for me right now.
Hmm.
But because just it's scheduling hard, especially with we got Dabs on the West Coast, we got Rich on the East Coast, and
We don't
me
have to
and
go through the
Biggs.
breakdown. Just the
Yeah, we got everybody in the different parts of the world.
all right. Um, so Stooges, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Um, it's just for yo-yoers talking shop.
Yeah,
A good way to put it.
great way to put it.
Okay. You got anything before I hop down the list?
I do want to talk
Did
about
anybody
something.
DM you any questions for Jake?
Oh, a couple people did, but I actually want to talk to you about something.
All right, you want to go
I'd like
first?
to ask you about the process with the diamond blend. Because I think sometimes we just kind of over gloss that, and we don't talk enough about how cool Jeremy is and how awesome he is. So what was that process like?
Um,
What'd you go through? And And now that it's released in the store twice, by the way, which I've missed both times. Good job on giving
I
me
don't
the
know what happened
intel.
that second time. I think that was like a glitch. But
Yeah, glitch.
um anyways, so Diamond Blend, what happened was the factory that made the nylon specifically for Diamond Blend and some of his other strings, um they changed somewhere along the line, even though they swear up and down the process didn't change, nothing changed. Um, the nylon coming to him was different, and he was getting, if he got some, like if he ordered spools, 10 spools, and he got three old spools, he would have to send the other seven back and hope they'd refill him with old spools again. Um, not the whenever the process changed, even though they said it didn't change, was the issue. So the nylon changed, and you didn't get the same feeling out of it. So he went through a while towards the end of sending it back, getting new in, and hoping he got the old nylon, and he would make as much as he could with the old nylon. And then the process was just finding a new nylon that worked, was similar to what that nylon was that we were getting prior. And he knows a lot more of the details on it. I only know the finished product. It ended up evolving into him having to buy industrial size spools of nylon. So
Wow.
we're talking full blown, like factory size spools of nylon um, for the current setup. But we are back, Diamond Blend version 2. He did some different tests for me, whether it was tighter or an extra run of poly in there to make it a little thicker, and landed on what I felt was the most similar to the prior Diamond Blend. And if I don't know that you'll notice a difference. Um,
Well, we're very excited.
yeah, so it's back and production is actually increased. So once I get caught up, um, hopefully it'll be a little more readily available in stock and start shipping with all the yo-yos again. It's shipping with yo-yos from the store. This Druid shipment is not going to have the Diamond Blend yet until I get caught up with a larger bulk of Diamond Blend.
Gotcha. Uh, well, we're very thankful for you, Jeremy, and thank you for doing that.
So speaking of that, I kind of talked about string on stream today when I was testing the Druids.
Hmm.
The idea of just shipping without a string.
Yeah, well, how you
Would
think about
you?
that?
How do I think about it? I think multiple things about it. I think most people probably have a string that they like, so it could be fine. But a couple people in the stream did say that if it's your first yo-yo and you don't even get a string, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, still don't think a lot of people are getting a G2 for their first, but maybe.
No, it was just a couple.
Yeah. Um, I like Diamond Blend with my yo-yos.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if Diamond Blend had never come back, and I just stopped shipping yo-yos with string,
I don't think it would have hurt you as bad. Looking back on it now.
do you think nobody's not going to buy a yo-yo because it doesn't come with
Right,
a bulk string?
right.
The Diamond Blend definitely helps the experience. It's just a premium experience across the board when you get the Diamond Blend.
Absolutely.
Um, and it would even I think, turn into a talking point that people would complain about it, but you know, no such thing as bad publicity. So then they're going
Amen.
to be talking about this string, and other people are going to want to try this unboxing experience with no string.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
then it domino effects down the line, and no yo-yos come with strings. It's an add-on to everybody's cart. Do you want a string? Yes or no? It's
$2.50.
like a microtransaction.
Yeah, that's an add-on. I'll take it.
But you guys are safe. We're going strings for a while. It was just a thought of when I was wrapping the strings on stream to make
Yeah,
into little string pouches, the string dime bags. Um, I was like, what if I just didn't ship the strings? Wouldn't that be nice? Is that a V2?
no, I haven't tried a V2 yet. That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Rich screwed everybody on on that first drop.
Rich didn't get any.
Rich said he got 6 packs.
I didn't ship any Diamond Blend to Rich.
Good. Scam him out of them. Let's ride.
For real.
I don't. Okay, well, I thought he said he did. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I didn't send any string to Rich, so
Okay.
um, Mongoose SS prototype.
All I've thrown.
Um,
It's actually in my pocket.
oh, I got one. So I'm with you that this is the top of the mountain. I don't know that I could make a mongoose play better than this mongoose.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
like if this could end the mongoose lineage. But what I told you as well, I don't love the way that that rim looks on there in the catch zone.
I sure don't
I
know why,
want it
buddy.
I want it to be a little wider. So I have a version 2 on the way, and I've tried to match the weight distribution to see if I can make it play like this, but look a different way. Am I crazy? For, aesthetics matter. It matters.
It does. If you think it's ugly, then let's ride to something different. But boy, let me tell you,
It
it's a dream.
it's grown on me. The look, I don't know what I was playing at the time when I switched to this, maybe the T52, and it just kind of bothered me how the rims are not full to the step down. Um, it's grown on me now. I think it would have been fine, but now I got to see what the V2 prototype feels like since I made it. Um,
Nasty, bro.
but yeah, you could die happy if that was the last mongoose ever made.
Yes.
Now you
Yes.
haven't played the 7075 version, but it just plays special. It's bigger too. It's not the same size as the mongoose. Um,
No, I'm not saying I'm not excited for the 7075. I'm just saying that what the SS gives that this yo-yo just makes it feel it's a completely different feel. It takes it to a completely different category. Something I would say closer to a T52.
I don't know if I'd put it all the way there, but it does change it completely. This isn't like the step from Mongoose to Mongoose 1.5.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's a different story. If you'd have to go up 10 steps, where the Mongoose 1.5 might be a few steps, and changing from 6061 to 7075 is like a step. Um, but no
I
updates.
don't
Those have not been machined yet. I will let you know as soon as I get them to the anodizer on the 7075s.
I want to
Use,
say one.
use.
I want to say a raw one. I want to say a raw one. Hey, hey, at least I'm honest about what I want. I just want to see it. I just want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see it.
We've all
I
played that game.
I won't put it in general.
Um,
Got y'all.
you get Druid. Druid's what I've been working on.
So,
You got any questions?
yeah, I didn't get to see the QC right. I know it started out choppy. How'd that end up going?
Better. Um,
Okay.
two trash grades, two glitches,
Oh,
and for the first color. Um, and then I don't know if it was like 21 or ish A grade. So
jacked up.
that's
Jacked
still
up
that's
about it.
still 20% off, which I like to be closer to 10%. I plan for 15%. Hopefully the other colors fix that out. So we have enough extras on the Patreon page. Um, if you don't know, the Druid is Big Mike's Asian series yo-yo. Um, Finger spin, dimple, a look that you haven't seen on another yo-yo because it has the weight cut out around the finger spin dimple. Bimetal, Banshee-esque shaping. Talked about that on stream today and showed the two side by side. But
Nice.
it's
I
still
missed
it's
that.
it's still its own shape, but it is kind of Banshee-ish. I'd rather call it Banshee shaped than a letter that it doesn't match up with H or V or W, whatever you want to say. Um, Full on just super fast yo-yo. Um, Pretty close in width to the T52, but it still isn't pushing that width where you don't want to put in your pocket of a 50 millimeter yo-yo. So
So it's right there.
I'm curious to see if that steps back down from 50 or if 50 really does become a standard. I expect it to pop back down to like the 48 area, but we'll see.
48 sure feels comfortable, Jake. It sure does. I this oh brother Dabs bought me this stinking I don't know what it's a wild. This is too wild or too wide for me. It's 52.
52 is pretty wide. Um,
Pretty wide, brother.
but I think I really like that 46. Well, maybe I'm just a slow adapter. I mean,
That's
we were
fair.
in that 44 to 45 range for a long time. So 46 feels comfortable. Probably could make the jump to 48 pretty easy. And then I don't know if it's going to come back down from 50 or if that becomes a standard. Because it was
Evolve is
pretty,
50, right? I think it is.
yes. And that yo-yo doesn't feel too wide. It feels too heavy for me. I got
Hmm.
one for a flight. Um,
I haven't thrown one yet.
it just feels too heavy for me, but I'm also not the perfect, like, I don't know if they need the weight for extra power. Um, I don't for my skill level trick set. I'm not throwing a 1 minute throw to try and pack as many tricks as I can into that 1 minute. But to me, it's just too heavy. It's work. But I'll compare it against some other yo-yos in that category on a flight and see how it compares side by side and then reserve the opinion that it's too heavy for me. I'll just say it's heavier because it comes down to preference at that point, and I don't want my preference to sway somebody else's preference. I just want to talk about the yo-yo.
Got you.
Um, but also I don't know. I would like to see maybe this is something I figure out, but a competitive player where they have a very similar yo-yo and instead of like get them all at the same time. So like how I said, I'm running multiple prototypes at the same time to see what I like. And it's a different process for me than it was. Instead of getting it, then changing something.
Yeah,
If you can get multiple made at the same time and then decide which one you like, um, and you don't have to decide what you think you would like to change about it, that would be
right.
a good way to go. And I don't think that happens across signature yo-yos at all.
It's expensive. That's why.
Definitely is. Each prototype's going to run you whatever it is, three, five, seven.
A lot of money to gamble on, especially for these people that are just wanting to make one offs.
What do you mean?
Like, never mind. How's your week going?
Oh, I mean, if somebody wants to make a one-off yo-yo, it's very different than I'm having a top tier player decide on their signature.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I see what you're saying.
Um, what were we saying about the Druid? Oh, Patreon shipment for January members. Extras will be listed on Patreon. It's not, if you have heard of Patreon or haven't, it's not a donation website. You're getting, it's basically a way set up for you to get a yo-yo every month or um, access to discounts and other yo-yos or lotteries. Um,
Amen.
but there is the donation attachment to Patreon that people see from other podcasts or wherever it came up. But that's not what it's for.
No, go get a yo-yo every month.
I don't know if there's any slots, so maybe not get a yo-yo every month, but you can get a discount on yo-yos in the
JK.
store.
JK.
Um, but the three colors definitely is helpful for there being extras because this month was a three color claim for the January, so that helps. And everybody should get one of their first two options.
Sick.
No, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Finalizing the names and that claim will be up.
Sweet.
That's kind of what I've been doing though. I got to print some shirts. Have you ever used acetone for your yo-yo journey?
Absolutely.
What do you use it for?
Uh, cleaning bearings. No, that's not what I use that for. When I dyed yo-yos, I believe you used acetone for something, right?
I've never dyed a yo-yo, So now you're opening up my idea that acetone is the greatest. They're the must-have item for any yo-yoer is acetone. Clean bearings, clean your pads, get any goop or
Oh, if it's the
masking
thing, I,
off a yo-yo.
I'm pretty sure you use it also to dye yo-yos in
So
some
you
way.
prep the yo-yo, like that is what will allow it to then take color. Okay, that's interesting.
Good times.
You got one of those questions for me from the community?
Oh, dude. Well, a couple of them were silly. That's that's what we'll
This is a
say.
serious podcast, so skip those.
Yeah. Me. I was really prepared for this. Um, how do you get inspired for designs?
It comes in waves. If I'm designing something, I have a purpose for. Usually, it's a slot in the G2 lineup I want to fill. Um, and then lately, with a couple design, they're pretty far out, but then I had a couple design ideas that were pushing for a competition yo-yo. So that was filling the void of trying to hit what the young guns are looking for.
Gotcha.
Um, so which is multiple. Some are looking bimetal, some are looking wide mono. But just wanted to try a few things and push that out there. So usually I'll have an idea for a type of yo-yo I want to design before I start designing. Um, I think that hopefully describes that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the. I mean, the other one, I don't feel like you're going to want to answer. I mean, it's a such a loaded question. I feel like you could probably go on and on and on about. So, do you want to do it?
There's only one way to know.
Okay. Well, what is your favorite colorway you've ever done?
Oh, I don't have one.
And there you have it, guys. There was your questions
I
this
mean,
week.
it would have to be like my favorite. You'd have to line them all up, and it would change day by day looking at it. My favorite one that I've done with meaning to it, um, championship swirl for the Cavs on the
Oh,
Banshee.
that's yeah, that's dope. The blue and the old school calves, right?
No,
That's
that's just a Cavs swirl. The championship one is
oh
the wine and gold and black. They had those black jerseys for that championship run. Um, so a little different than the normal Cavs colors, but that swirl.
well champion.
That's Kyrie's championship.
Boy, he hit that shot there at the
The
end, though.
stop, the block, the shot.
Man, he just tore his ACL the other
Yeah, and then shot his free throws because you have to. That didn't come through your mic.
night. Good. No, I'm just joking. Hey,
All right.
dude, SS is great. Thank you.
I wanted to know if you had any updated thoughts about it.
I
But
wish it was a little wider.
there's a certain aspect when it gets so wide, it doesn't become a mongoose.
It's the best playing Mongoose I've ever played. Y'all get jacked. When's
But
it coming?
I have the other prototype first, dude.
You're
So
running 3,000 of
2026,
them?
2026,
Backstorm?
2027.
We got a long way to go.
All
We'll
right.
get there.
Episode 13 on three.
One, two,
One, two,
three.
three. 13.
Episode 13. Love you,
See
buddy.
you, Matt.
Have a good
Thanks.
day, man.